allegedly. Even my name's allegedly. Y'all better be hitting the wine glass. Hey, y'all, what's going on? I'm a little tall. We forgot to adjust this camera, but that's all good, okay? That is all good. I'm just going to be headless sometimes, out of the scene, cleaning my little glasses here, eyes watering. I had a lash stuck in my eye. That's truly why I was late. I was over there trying to get the lash out my eye. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. What's going on? Happy Thursday. Listen. We got a full show. Sorry about yesterday. I had to run to Baltimore real quick and do something and come right back. And so I flew back in this morning around 11. And I had to get me a little nap because I worked all day in Baltimore. I recorded a song. I can't tell you what song it is, but I'm going to tell you this. I got to tell you, I don't know how and why people want to be recording artists. I can't do that. I can't sit in no dark room all day recording, going line for line over and over and over and over again. I can't do it. So it is not for me, okay? I did this for PR reasons only, okay? So stay tuned. All right, now, we got a full show lined up for y'all, okay? Of course, we got a continuation of the Wanksters, all right? Jay Prince and Offset. Now, my sister-in-law has ended the conversation, okay? Definitely going to touch on that. Also, okay, I got a little bird put something in my ear, all right, about Shannon Sharpe, okay? We're going to be discussing a little bit of that later. Well, a lot of that, okay? And his supposed lover, okay? The lover turned off the Instagram comments. I don't know what y'all said to the lover, but all I know is the I got to say alleged lover because I ain't seen these two together. But I don't know what y'all said to him, but all I know, and I said him. Let me move on. Okay, we're also going to be revealing Real Housewives of Atlanta's newest housewife, okay? And then we're going to touch on quality control, selling quality control during Black History Month to Scooter Braun, all right? Y'all favorite white boy to hate, all right? But before we get started on everything, okay, guys, we have to take a moment and thank our sponsors. Wait a minute. Okay, so listen. Obviously, they moved around some ad time. So y'all were saved today. Because normally, we was just, I wrote ads as soon as the show come on. But he said they got to be done at a different time now, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Lucky y'all. Y'all ain't got no ads today, all right? Let's get on it, Bree. We got an update on Diddy and Burna Boy, okay? I guess after Diddy got dragged for trying to take credit, okay, on Burna Boy's album, I believe a phone call was made after Diddy posted that disrespectful message to Burna Boy trying to say that he thought if he thought that he could get another Grammy without him after he supposedly gave him a Grammy on his first album, because he's in the business of buying Grammys and buying awards. Ask Carisha. Just ask Carisha, okay? He felt slighted, and so he took to his Instagram, okay, where he only makes one post only. He deletes all the other posts. Posted to his story that bold, disrespectful message, and now all of a sudden, after everybody done dragged him, including us, all right, I believe them Africans done gave him a call, he want to come out and say fake news. He said the post that was posted to his story, throwing shots at Burna Boy for losing a Grammy on his album, okay, because he was nominated for a Grammy, and being nominated is just as big of a deal as winning one, okay? The fact that you're up against the greats before they were for sale, all right? That was before the Grammys could be bought, To find out who the Grammy committee is. He knows, okay? Diddy knows. He decides to say that it was fake news, okay? The only thing that was fake was you, all right? And all this fake love that you supposedly want to give away, okay? But there's a cost at it. And like I said, every single artist, Mary J. Blige was homeless under your label. Faith Evans got put on that stuff. Notorious B.I.G. ain't here no more. 112 is living in townhouses in Atlanta, okay? Who else? The list goes on. Mace, okay, scamming the church, allegedly. He scammed me. I already told the story. Who else should I keep going? There's not one person that's been under his label that's been successful at all. And now all of a sudden you want to take credit for him and you're mad because you gave the album, you gave him 20% free game on the album, and now you want all the credit because you're used to taking all the credit from all your artists and leaving them broke. But Burna Boy and his mama said hell to the no, okay? And that's why you took okay, and your love belly, that refuses to leave after I don't know how many Etch-a-Sketch and lipo sessions you had in Houston at Carisha's doctor, decided to take to Instagram and apologize and try to claim that it was fake news. But we know it wasn't fake news because that's how you are. You showed your true colors, okay? Yeah, okay? Moving on. Let me go and get some water. I need some water. Whew, Lord Jesus. Y'all better be liking this video, okay? Or disliking, whatever it is that you choose to do. In this moment, we just want to know your real thoughts on this here content that we work so hard to put together, okay? Beyonce, Adidas, okay, has decided to jump on the I hate. I don't know what's going on with her. I mean, first we got the supposed Uncle Ron that was the bodyguard that claimed that she was, you know, and that Jay-Z kept her lit, his words, not mine. All right, who else we got that came out and said something about her today? I mean, not today, but this week. I mean, everybody's been coming for her, leaking her albums, asking to be taken off of albums. It's just been a lot that's been going on with Miss Beyonce, okay? And now the latest is Adidas, okay? Now, after Adidas dropped one of their biggest earners, Kanye West, okay, they decided to take to their webpage and decide to update media on Beyonce's clothes underperforming. They said that they expected to make $250 million from the Ivy Park collection, but instead they only made a mere $40 million. $40 million. Teddy, I forgot to introduce you today. How you doing, brother? $40 million. That's all they made was $40 million. That's all Adidas said they made, okay? After they gave away over $500 million when they dropped Yeezy. So now every dollar counts because, Kanye was here. Adidas was here, and then Beyonce came in to close those gaps, okay? And so her line didn't do as well, and I think it partly had to do with her curvy line because that was the only thing that was left when I went to try to buy some of the items and things like that. There was a few shoes that I wanted. I liked the maroon colored shoes. That was the last, collection that she had, and that was the only item that I liked because to be honest with y'all, the rest of that shit was ugly. I didn't, where was I gonna wear, cowboy jackets and bodysuits with stockings at? The regular people can't wear that. That's why, I believe her clothes should only be exclusively for celebrities because celebrities only wear that stuff, okay? I'm not wearing no bodysuit with my behind out and stockings on and boots up to my knees or sneakers. I'm not wearing a glitter top, and then she made it in big girl curvy sizes, and nobody bought that because if small girls, regular everyday women don't look right in that, what makes you think big ones is gonna look right in that? Hell, we ain't even see Lizzo in it. Come on now. Come on. So I see why it underperformed, but for Adidas to try to come for her as if she didn't do her job, and now they trying to throw shots at her like she's the reason why they're underperforming, but it was really them getting in their feelings, okay, and listening to the higher ups, and they dropped their biggest client. You know what? You just going to have to take this one to the team, Adidas. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, Beyonce ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. You probably need to call Kanye. Call him. That's what you're going to need to do. Call Kanye. All right. How y'all liking these 5 p.m. shows? Y'all like them every day? Every day that I'm in town, y'all gonna get a show. If I'm out of town, I don't know if I can make it happen. Don't even give me the line, because when I go somewhere, I be trying to go somewhere, get out and leave. My flights be in and out. You know what I'm saying? And it's just too much to set up a camera and do all that. And besides, the quality be real bad. And I'm a stickler for quality. I got to have the best. I got to be in 6K resolution, All right, quality control. Y'all are mad, okay? I don't understand why y'all are mad. Coach K and P, the owners of Quality Control, who represent artists like, Lil Baby and City Girls, and they manage my sister-in-law, and, who else? There's a whole list of just people. Migos, y'all are upset that they had to sell their company to a white man before the company went under. Like, sometimes I be thinking people just be, there's a lot of reasons as to why some people don't run businesses, right? And it's no shade, but it's just like, because you just don't understand. People are upset that a black label had to partner with Scooter Braun in order to save their label because their artists are no longer working. Tell me what artist is bringing in money besides Lil Baby, but he can't keep afloat 9, 10 other artists. Tell me, Migos is no longer, their Unkin' Few act is no more. Takeoff has taken off, okay? No shade, all right? City Girls are no more because Carisha got a sugar daddy. They can't keep Lil Baby sober, so he funny enough to put him in movies. So he's just doing his old songs and things like that. But they can't wait on him, and they definitely can't bank on him because they don't know when he gonna kick the bucket. Go. They don't know. All right. Who else? My sister-in-law, no tour. And I don't care what nobody say. These McDonald's deals ain't doing these Chick-fil-A deals. Okay. It's not the same. It's not the same, okay? You're a Grammy Award-winning artist, but yet no tour, still no tour, no album. What do you expect them to do? Let their company go under? And they got all this debt? They're literally only making money from some of the royalties that the artists put in, but all of their artists did not have the discipline, wait for me now, the discipline and the motivation and the resilience to keep going. So what they do is they go, but then as soon as they go and they get high and they win these awards, they don't have anything to work towards. And then touring is hard work. It's hard work touring night after night. And especially if you're a rapper and you're a female and you got to get on tour with these other men and stuff like that, you don't know when they're going to shoot up the place. You don't know if you're going to make it home. And so now they ready to have babies and be taken care of. Look at JT. Who taking care of her? Carisha. Who taking care of her? My sister-in-law. Who taking care of her? Think about this. They had to sell. They had to sell. And if they didn't sell, the label was going to go under. And so would you rather a label go under that's black owned to save their legacy? They're still going to have creative control. He just bought interest in the company for about $350 million. I mean, Teddy sounds a whole lot better than $40 million, but I mean, $40 million, I'd still take that any day, right? Y'all got to think. These people got to think now. You can't put your feelings in it. It ain't always about being black. Okay? Everybody want to equate, put the blackness here and the business here. And that's why we got mom and pop shops and we don't respect. That's why we don't respect each other, because we're all worried about being treated by the heart instead of treating our bank accounts. Hold on, I'm about to preach to you today. Where's my hat? I got to get that hat back in here. It's in storage. I got to get that hat out of storage, dust it off. I do. Black folks say it's the principle. But you acting like these guys had a label of hoteps, figures, okay? You act like they represented Dr. Umar Johnson, Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying? You act like they represented people that were making footprints in black history. Come on now. Come on. You can't stop. Stop! We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all, okay? This is not the same. And you can't be in debt as two men and you done lost, your biggest group, Migos, because they were doing absolutely well, okay? Till the women got involved, right? And then, they broke up, so they took a hit there. And then one is no longer here, so they took another hit there. The wife don't work. The wives are wiving now. Carisha them, they having baby, all this stuff, okay? Come on now. Y'all got to stop thinking with your heart. This is business. This is about business. And if I have to go to Scooter Braun and be like, excuse me, Scooter, can you scoot on over here? I need this $350 million check. I got to do what I got to do for my business, okay? Sometimes it ain't about black. Sometimes it's about just doing business. Moving on. Whew. We don't have Kamala up here. We don't need her. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we don't need Kamala up here because I'm disappointed. Now, if you want to be disappointed in somebody for Black History Month, we can be disappointed in Kamala Harris, our vice president, okay? Who is one of the baddest district attorneys in California, right? Before she became the first black woman vice president, And I got to tell you, I'm disappointed in her. I'm glad we don't have her picture up here because it's just, it's not needed. Just like they didn't need permission from her to kiss. Where? See, this is how I know she showed her true colors, okay? I really do. First of all, I had to Google because during the State of the Union address, I was confused as to why Jill is still going around here kissing a little too close or on the mouth affluent men that are not her husband. And her husband is the president. Way to show no respect. I mean, this has got to be some only white wine shit. This is white wine shit. And if you understand the codes in which I'm using here, I said red wine for us, white wine for them. Because I'm trying to figure out, first of all, I had to Google their nationalities. Let me tell you how far I went back because I'm trying to understand this kiss. I'm trying to make it make sense. Right? I was like, okay, so she the first lady. She married to Joe, okay? She was born and raised in Pennsylvania. Joe was born and raised here too. They're both true proud boy, girl Americans, okay? I think his name is Bill, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Bob, Bill, I don't know. Let me see. Kamala Harris' husband. All I know is that he's Jewish, okay? Doug. I knew it was something. Doug, Bill, one of them easy names, okay? He's Jewish. And then Kamala, she half black, and I just don't understand. Like, and I had to Google. I said, where? Because, in school, I took a few college courses on, especially dealing with communication and international business and marketing and things like that. A lot of stuff I took years ago. And one of the things I remembered is like, when you travel outside of the country, you have to understand how people greet one another. Okay. So like let's just say I go visit, my husband's family. We kiss each other on the side of the cheek, each other. Right. And then in Europe, some Europeans, I choose not to do this. Some Europeans do kiss on the mouth when they, it's just, they make sure their lips are closed, make sure no saliva, and they, that's what they do, right? That's their culture. But in American culture, hell, I think in Asia, they bow, So I'm trying to figure out where in American history is a salutation or a greeting, a kiss on the mouth, a comfortable kiss. And why is it I was gonna use the video, but I was just like, nah, this is like high type level, top level video, and I didn't want them, trying to copyright on the channel and stuff like that. But I think the still frame says it all, okay? Because she did this with Jeff Bezos a few years ago, but then they caught it and said that she kissed him right here. She was trying to kiss him right here, but she ended up kissing him right here. I think he went for the bait and switch. Like she went for this, and he kind of pulled that move off on her. You know what I'm saying? And so, but Bill, Doug. Why I want to call this man Bill? He looked like a Bill though. Doug leaned into it like with his eyes closed. Yeah. His eyes is closed? No, they're not closed? Okay. But he looked like he leaned into it like this is something that they do all the time. And my thing is, if you're the first lady, okay, and I've seen Jill Biden on a lot of television. I've seen her greet people, but this is the second time that I've seen her lean in to kiss an affluent man, but I've never seen her kiss her husband. I've never, like, your husband was giving the State of the Union address. Why didn't you go up there and have a good speech, baby? His wife is up there, behind the president who is your husband where you should be. But you in the audience, you done greeted everybody that you walk past the American way with the strong handshake. You got the, the grip shows the respect and it transfers the energy. A lot of things that we learned in international marketing business and greetings and salutations, especially when you travel. You know what I'm saying? You squeeze the hand. The harder you squeeze the hand, the more you're in control. It's like you're asserting control and power over your person. So the person who got the strongest handshake is the one that's more powerful. And if your handshake is light, like how most of us black people do, like, hey, because you don't want to touch nobody's hand because you don't know where their hands be at. But if we got to, I got to go wash my hands immediately. You know what I'm saying? But I do it and I go wash my hands, right? But I'm just trying to figure out, there was like 5 people that she passed, but she shook their hands, but she only kissed Kamala's husband. And she ain't from Europe. Hell, she ain't even from Mali, where they kiss on the cheek. So where in the book, in American history, do we see a first lady out here trying to throw the ass in a circle? Where? And my issue with Kamala, I'm glad we ain't got her picture up here because I don't want to be told that I'm disrespecting the vice president of the United States. But if you're going to represent us, if you're going to go into these communities and have conversations with us, then you got to roll like us. And ain't no way that a woman going to feel comfortable enough. I don't give a shit who she is. Like I said, we better be in Europe. She better be somebody of affluence, okay? And it better be part of, I can Google it and see that, oh, this is a part of the culture. This is how they kiss. You know what I'm saying? And she better not have no outbreaks and things on her lips, And besides, you don't know where her lips been, but you definitely know Jill's lips been on damn Biden. I don't get that. And Kamala, I'm disappointed, especially during Black History Month, because she just sunned you. You're her son. She just sunned you. Because I guarantee you, Kamala, you can't go kiss Joe on the mouth. I said they either trying to push an agenda or she just lose. She just lose. I know Joe is 80. I'm sure things ain't working the way that they used to. She's a bit younger than him, and Doug is way younger than her. Maybe, I don't know, but this can't happen no more because I'm embarrassed on behalf of all black women. Even the ones that are half black, part black, a quarter black. We don't play this. And I got to bring my Latina women in here too because they don't play this either. Where do we do this? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I would have been just like this. So that she would have leaned in. Yeah, I would have had words with her after the State of the Union because I would have addressed her. Just like I'm up here addressing the union, I would have addressed Jill. I don't care if you the first lady, ninth lady, 10th lady, 1000th lady. Don't you put your fucking lips on my husband no more. Don't try me like that. I'm telling you, she just signed that lady and Kamala letter, and you a district attorney. That lady ain't kissed nobody else on the way up there, but she had it. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And it ain't written in no history books. Moving on. All right. So, guys, real quick, we don't really know much about her, but she's an influencer. And here's the thing, okay? So, hold on. Let me make sure I pull up her social media. So, when you go to her social media, before you put her picture up, hold on real quick. We get ready. So, we are about to discuss Real Housewives of Atlanta, newest housewife, okay? She was supposed to get a peach, but they're going to wait and see how she does in order to give her a peach on the next season. Supposedly, Courtney Rhodes, who goes by Courtney Raquel, she's a jewelry designer and marketer and entrepreneur. Her Instagram is the brand Insta, giving her a little clout here. She is supposed to be the housewife that we're supposed to be scared of, okay? So she's coming on to shake things up. Now, here's what I'm going to say. Because when I go to their social media profiles, I know, and I know what the housewives are trying to do, Bravo in general, okay? They don't want to pay. This has everything to do with budget, because when I looked at her influence. I mean, she only has like 18,000 followers, and she claims she's a marketer, influencer and stuff, but she takes lifestyle photos. I mean, she looks beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, she beautiful. She, it looks like she, is grabbing some likes and things like that. She's from Atlanta and stuff, but I just don't. It's like they're introducing these women, right? And these women, even though their profiles say that, they look good, they may sound good. I just think housewives have reached a phase now where I think they could take on some major people with some major followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it for budget reasons. If you go as a company, if I go and ask somebody with 18,000 followers who could definitely use the exposure, I could use this as leverage to say, well, we're already established. You're not. We're going to build you up so I can hand you a check that I want, because they did it with LaToya Forever. They handed LaToya $1,000 a season. Well, not a season, a show on the season. So however many shows she got paid only $1,000, okay, to throw her ass around, right? And this is the model, this is the formula that they've always used, okay? Now, if they have somebody like Candy, their budget goes there, so they don't have a lot to work with, so they can't really go, to other influencers who don't mind challenging Candy or could possibly level up. And I think it should be competitive, but it's not competitive. There's no level playing field. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why the ratings and things have gone down. And I get that they're trying to use that old model where, they kind of brought these women together. They didn't really have to give them a big budget because it was something that they were doing. These women had some sort of influence, but that the show definitely grew over time and grew on women. But now they've reached a plateau where they're trying to introduce these women who we don't know and want us to know and try to grab to. I think if they throw somebody on there that we already know into the mix, it will definitely shake shit up. And then guess what? It will restore faith in the brand once again. Because one thing that I know for sure, influencers now are the new celebrities. They don't mind. They don't mind reading everybody the fuck down. They have no couth. No couth. Okay? And so listen, we're going to be watching Miss Courtney Rhodes and see what she can come with. But I'm telling you, listen, I think that they could save their brand and increase their viewership if they go for someone like, hell, even Tammy would make a Waka Flocka's ex-wife. She would make a great housewife. She don't mind getting, in the sand. Who else can we think? I mean, there's just so many. Like there's just like the list goes on. I'm sure that y'all can name a few in the comment section. Like, I'm telling you, they can really, really shake shit up. But they keep going down, and then you wonder why people ain't sticking around, because it's like, now we know these women and you want us to get to know you. But it's like, and then they have a lot of pressure to compete with people who got big followings. And it hasn't worked because no one has stayed. No one has stayed. It's still the same old. We tired. Moving on. Now, after the break, we got Shannon Sharpe and his alleged lover. The alleged lover done cut the comment section off because y'all keep dragging him, okay? We're also going to talk about this update on Jay Prince and Offset, okay? There's more on that. And then later, okay, we're going to take to TashaKLive.com for the second part of our show, and we're going to talk about this Aaliyah and R. Kelly daughter situation here that's going on, okay? And we're also going to talk about, hold on, let me make sure, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, along with Dr. Dre, Ray J, and a few other topics, okay, that have to be kind of uncensored for us to really get the point across. YouTube and all the other sites have censored me, but on my website, okay, I am uncensored, all right? So work with me now, work with me. So listen, we got some sponsors that we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back. Hold that thought. Like this video or dislike it, okay? We'll be back after the break. Let's go. Listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat, because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health, because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order.
My name is Sierra Carroll. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I was gang raped March the 7th, 2021. I remember me trying to sit down and stuff, and I wasn't able to sit because my vagina was hurting. That night, it was just hard for me because I just was all in my mind and trying to, just putting things in my head, trying to figure out what could have happened to me. The next day, the girl, Jay, she was basically leaving that day, going back to her home city, which is mine too, Richmond, Virginia. And my sister was there. She stayed there with us that night. I never mentioned anything to them that night because I was just trying to figure it out myself. So basically when she she was ready to leave, I pulled her to the side apart from my sister, and I was asking her, I'm like, what supposedly happened last night? She goes to say that, what you mean? And I'm like, who was I supposedly been with someone or anything? Who was I with? They had to look inside my vagina, and then the lady told me that it was as if that I just had a baby. Because mind you, I have been celibate for 2 years. I don't...
All right. And we're back. Sound is on. Okay. All right. So, real quick. So, we're going to Shannon Sharpe. All right. Now, the gentleman beside Shannon, okay, there's been a lot of talk around Shannon's preference. That's what we're going to use, okay? Because he's not, let's be honest, he's not married to anybody. He's not dating anybody, like a woman. So, it's not like he's down low or anything right now, but he has dated women in the past that he's, that have claimed that they've dated him, and there's always been talk around, his preference as far as, does he prefer men or women? All right. And so I noticed that over the last few years, people have been really, really coming hard for him. And he's really been responding to a lot of the allegations that have surrounded his preference, okay? Because people are trying to understand, like, you're 54 years old, you've never been married, you don't have a woman that you claim, someone that advises you, but you surround yourself heavy and travel heavy with men who date other men, okay? And so, and listen, like I said, whatever he decides to do, that's okay with me, right? But it's who he's doing it with is the problem, okay? Now, I know the Hollywood Moogler, okay, that's what he calls himself, because no one knows his real name. No one knows his real name. So let me give you some backstory, all right? So this gentleman right here, below Shannon Sharpe, goes by the Hollywood Moogler on social media. That's what it's called, right? The Hollywood Moogler. Let me make sure I got it right, okay? If you go to his page, I'm going to help you make it make sense here, okay? If you go to his page, hold on. Okay, yep. Hollywood_Moogler. If you go to his page, Shannon Sharpe is all over his page. He travels with Shannon Sharpe because he is Shannon Sharpe's personal stylist, okay? And that is okay too. That is okay too, right? But I noticed, and then, somebody that's, close to pretty much everybody in this situation, the Hollywood Moogler was forced to turn off his comments because, put up that other picture of Shannon Sharpe's lover's ex-boyfriend. Okay, do you remember this NFL player? Okay, first of all, the guy with the mohawk is the Hollywood Moogler in the white sweatshirt. So that is him right there in the white in the wife beater, okay? But this particular NFL player's name is, hold on, let me make sure, because it's such a, I hadn't done a confusing story like this in so long, okay? All right, so Kerry Rhodes, okay? So Kerry Rhodes is an NFL player that's seen beside the Hollywood Moogler, who we still don't know real name to this day, okay? Like I said, comments are off. People can't comment. They can't say anything. Shannon's not really reading comments. So I don't think he knows, or maybe he does know and he just don't give a damn, okay? But if you're going to have people on your team, right, you have to ensure that they don't indulge in messiness, okay? And so leave the picture up. It's okay. No, leave the picture up, right? And so Kerry Rhodes was outed by the Hollywood Moogler in 2013. Okay, everybody has always talked about and whispered about Kerry Rhodes' preference, whether he preferred men or women. Okay, and so he decides to do an exclusive story with an outlet, the Hollywood Moogler, the one who is now traveling with Shannon Sharpe everywhere. He's in every picture. He has top-notch hotel rooms. He is, like I said, I have never seen a man even travel with personal stylists this much, okay? Normally they have him send the outfits. Like, why does he need to do a measurement on every single outfit? You got on a t-shirt, jeans, and sweater. You understand what I'm saying? But he takes this guy everywhere that he goes, the same way that Kerry Rhodes used to do back in the day. And so the Hollywood Moogler, who is now Shannon Sharpe's personal stylist, okay, was outed and exposed for being out with the Hollywood Moogler, arms around him. Let me read a little bit about, let me read this article a little bit. Hold on for a second. Okay, so Rhodes, who played college ball at Louisville, has been in the NFL since 2005, okay? He's denied heavily, and we're talking about this guy here. Okay? All right? He's denied heavily that he, his preference was men. All right? Now, he said, "I'm not gay. These shots were taken during a past vacation in a casual environment with my entire business team," Rhodes says. So it was more people in the room when he was laying in the bed with Shannon Sharpe's personal stylist, okay, and travel buddy, right now, okay? And he says, I know a lot of people are talking about athletes struggling to come out to their fans right now, and I support them as well as those individuals, of those who hold on, as well as wish those individuals comfort, okay? And so Rhodes' denial only served to anger the ex-assistant, okay? Because he was Rhodes' assistant, the Hollywood Moogler. He's Shannon Sharpe's assistant, okay? And so he decided to this is when media takeout was real hot. He dropped pictures, even one picture of him kissing Carrie Rhodes. All right? And it was a video. And he got upset and said, basically, he gave interviews saying that he had met Carrie a year and a half ago when he went to Arizona for an assistant job, okay? He told Baller Alert. Okay, so they have a last name on here. Russell Simpson. Okay, I don't think that's his real name, but okay. So I skipped all past that. Shit. Ooh, I had to hurry up and get this story together because, like I said, he cut off the comments because people was coming for his ass. I said, well, you want to unwind with Tasha K today? I know you a wino, but you going to be up in 4K today, brother, okay? So his name, the Hollywood Moogler's name is Russell Hollywood Simpson, okay? And he went on a media tour to promote his reality show and talked about how he met NFL player Carrie Rhodes and basically sent him pictures of him and Carrie kissing, okay? So basically threw Carrie all the way out the closet, all right? And did a whole press tour on it. Even said that Carrie was a dumb athlete, okay, a dumb jock, and he took care of things that he didn't understand because he was the personal assistant. And then also goes on to say, I was like his wife, okay? I ran the NFL, I ran the NFL player's household, took care of all his personal needs, and if anyone needed anything from Carrie, they came to me. That's what Carrie loved about me, and I did not take shit from nobody, okay? And the other wives on the team knew him, and it was no secret, and they knew that Carrie was supposedly sleeping with Russell Simpson here, okay? He says that him and Rhodes were together for about 14 months. And since the photos came out, Simpson said Rhodes texted him and asked him to keep quiet about the relationship so it doesn't hurt his chances of signing a contract with the team, okay? Because he's a free agent. And his contract that he was supposed to sign all when this came out was around $33 to $34 million, okay? Did a whole press tour on this. Take this down. Shannon Sharpe, okay? Now, my grandma used to say, you know what? Let me let you listen to something real quick. Can you roll this? Because of all the comments that's been going on that he's been getting in DMs, Russell Hollywood Moogler Simpson, involving his messy past and his expose ways, and just how much he went to great lengths to expose him, even though he was hired as a personal assistant, and it looks like he gave extras on the side and was paid for that too, okay, and assumed the role only to come back and get mad and expose everything, okay? And so, like I said, he's since turned off his comments because people have picked up who he was, and why all of a sudden is he everywhere with Shannon Sharpe like he's the wife. So listen to Shannon after someone on his podcast asked him, why is he not married? Let's roll this audio.
You married?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking to get about, I'm about to be 55, I'm about to be double nickel.
Double nickel, yeah?
Double nickel. So.
What you think about it, though?
I want to get
Wait. Let's pretend these cameras ain't here.
Yeah.
It's me and you, Bob Sharpe. I've been talking like they ain't here anyway. What your views on marriage? What do you think?
I would have loved to have gotten married earlier in my career, but my career was the most important thing. So I was no good. I was a terrible father. I probably was a terrible brother, a terrible son. I definitely was a terrible boyfriend because football was the most important thing. Right. I was consumed with that. And I was consumed with that because I wanted to get my grandmother and my family out of the conditions that I grew up in. And I said, if I had kids, I didn't want them to spend 1 hour, let alone a year like I spent. So I focused on that. That was the only thing that mattered.
Right.
And I had a lot of women say they could be okay with being with number 2 to football. But when it came right down to it and they see how devout I was in it, they couldn't be.
Right.
And I said, okay. But now I started to realize as I've gotten older in my life, everything that I've accumulated doesn't mean anything if I don't have anybody to share it with.
They came number 3. The women in his life were number 3, okay? Because it was Shannon, Russell, and then the women, okay? And so, listen, where I'm from, grown women, they grown for a reason, okay? And when you meet a man of affluent status, okay, who is very successful, who has women throwing cat every which way he bark, and he refuses and blocks the cat the way that he blocks, defense on the field. You have to ask yourself, because it's like there's this saying, like if they're over 40, hell, over 50 now, and they ain't never been married, what's wrong with them? What is wrong with them? You gotta ask yourself that. What's wrong with them? Because it's like men like him. Who makes the doctor's appointments? Who makes sure his teeth get clean? Who makes sure he's growing as a man? Who makes sure he keeps up? It has a balance of both feminine and masculine energy, so that he can relate to the other side. Who's doing that? Is that the Russell, the housewife, Hollywood Moogler? Is that why he turned off his comments? Is that why even he's had to just kind of keep a low profile, even though he's exposed everything the same way he exposed the other NFL player? Is it only a matter of time before he's sitting on Unwind with Tasha doing interviews, when Shannon decides to be done with his butt? I'm talking about done with his butt. You know what I'm saying? Like not done with his butt, but like done with his butt. It's hypothetical. Like what? Is we gonna get another interview? Are we gonna get another interview? Are we gonna get another expose? Because everybody's been talking about this man and what he likes. Okay, they wasn't wrong about Dwight Howard and a few others. And Shannon, for him to always have the excuse, a football meant more important. Just say balls were more important. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just say balls in general came first. Moving on. Just stop with the plays. Stop with the plays. Y'all liking this video, okay? Remember, after we're done with this show, we're going over to TashaKLive.com, okay, for the second part of our show. We got to talk Dr. Dre being given awards, but Chris Brown can't get no awards, after they got a history of beating on females, what I'm saying? Oh, it's a lot. We're going in over there, okay? This Aaliyah and R. Kelly's secret daughter. Yeah. They say she looked more like me than Aaliyah and R. Kelly. We'll talk about that. All right. So, there's been an update on the Wankster, the J Prince and Offset, okay? If you weren't present for our last show, because remember I said we're going live pretty much every day, all right? So you gotta have your notifications on for these shows, We talked heavily about J Prince being scared about Offset, because they had heard from everybody, but they have yet to hear from Offset. And, it scares people when people are silent. All right. Like I said, the real OGs, they move in silence. They don't need to get on social media and do things like this. Roll the audio.
This clown Offset suffering from being a fake disease. He want to play victim now, but he was a volunteer when he spoke threats about me and my family name in his mouth about what he gonna do. Why you didn't call me to talk is the twist he want to use. Tell lies in your woman ear. I don't have time to listen to weak shit. Now you want to fake in front of a camera, trying to hide behind Takeoff mother when I've shown nothing but respect for her and family. See, boy, you acting like you a part of a family that don't really f with you because you a snake. Now you don't know me from a can of paint. Let me see if I can refresh your memory. Remember we talked when you got your ass whooped in Atlanta? You forgot? Remember when you called up on me and I came to LA and met with you because you was nervous about your wife performing because she had them issues about using the word flute? You forgot? Remember when you and Sauce Walker was beefing and you wanted me to stamp that bullshit? You forgot that too? I can go on, but I think you remember now. See, this is the reason I say blood make you kin and loyalty make you family, because of motherfuckers like you that have stuck a knife in the back of the ones you call your brother. Explain. Since you're a real ass, explain to the people the real reason why you weren't on that stage at the Grammys with Quavo, who you call your brother, for the tribute. You ain't man enough to do that because you what we call a tender dick. Take off, Quavo, and the family wasn't fucking with you for a while before his passing, and still don't fuck with you because you a rattlesnake nigga. Quavo been letting you make it because he got a good heart. It's consequences when you fuck with me. I don't have no heart for no snake, and I give you what you ask for. And by the way, I don't think I'm no John Gotti. That ain't who I looked up to. It's no secret who my OG is. The flag you perpetrate with. Homie, you better go do what you do best. Write some rhymes and quit playing gangster. I don't want no trouble. Peace.
I kind of feel sorry for Offset at this point. I do, because, you know, that's why I said it's important to know, you know, and be careful and mindful about who you're around. I'm old school, right? And there's a few things. And like I said, this has nothing to do with my sister-in-law. However, I just feel that, you know, when you're already on the edge, when you can easily be triggered, you know, somebody in the circle has to be level-headed, right? Somebody's got to think long-term. And it's funny to me how you will, you know, this guy, like I said, is claiming he's a mobster, he's a gangster, he's an OG, you know? And how he feels that loyalty is thicker than blood, or what he said. And I'm just like, you know, your people contributed to putting a bullet in his brother's head, but you want him to be loyal to you. Were you loyal to his? Because see, here's the thing: you can't compare the two. You can't compare a disagreement that family had, and then you want to say that the family don't with him because of family shit, and he owe you loyalty because you were supposedly there for him when he needed to be stamped, when he needed all this. But where was the loyalty when your people contributed to the death of his family? You want him to choose you over his family? Let me hold on for a second. Hold on. Let me read. Let me read what he said, because like I said, it's funny to me that he claims to be like this OG, right? But yet you can get on social media and snitch your ass off. If this ain't snitching, you ain't supposed to be. This is stuff that women do. Women get online. You remember when I was there for you? When I helped build your business? when they called and they was gonna fire you and I lied to you. You remember all this stuff? That's what women do. Men don't do that. But he can't. And then he say, she say, I heard that you was talking about my family. I heard that this is what you was gonna say. What are we in high school? You were scared, Jay Prince. You were scared. Did nobody check in with you? You thought this man was gonna call you to ask you what? What is he gonna ask you? Huh? What would he ask you? Then he says a message to the man that's off. Like I said, this man, it ain't even been 2 months, 2 to 3 months since he buried his brother. And because he feels that no one messes with him, he can just say whatever he want to say because he feels like Offset has no protection and nobody's effing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I said, it's giving high school, it's giving bully, it's giving bully bitches. Yeah. Now, to those of y'all, he writes, that still live on the principles over emotions. Only person I see that's emotional is you. That's why you did 5 interviews, sir. That's why you got online. Don't put me in a position to where I have to defend myself. What you doing? Cat calling to the feds to let the feds know on the podcast that he coming for you? Because it sounds like that's what you're doing. It's like you put it out there so the feds will look into it because everybody know the reason you ain't locked up is because of the cat calling to the feds. Let me get... Those of you that still live on principles over emotions, that know and respect me, it's all good. I don't care about the media hoes. Sir, you were on 5 media hoes platforms. Talking. They eat shit for a living. We live on a different planet and breathe different air. Then why were you on the podcast planet, Jay Prince? Why were you breathing in the podcast air to do interviews, to send shots to a child? He's a child compared to you. Why? Okay, and if you know what I mean, I only display loyalty and friendships to my brothers and sisters until they show me they're unworthy. Well, sir, he does too. You contributed to his brother not being here. Where's the loyalty? Where's the loyalty of even showing respect enough to get on a platform and just giving them the respect that they need? Just because somebody won't call you, this is what you do? And even if he has something to say to you, because you're supposed to be one of these so-called OGs, wouldn't you say, I'm going to give that man time to grieve before I address him, because I understand that he has every right to be upset with me, but you want him to assume you don't have anything to do with this, but rappers have been coming to Houston over and over again, and when they come in your house, they don't leave your house for whatever reason. Okay? Now, I only display loyalty and friendship to my brothers and sisters until they show me they're unworthy. Never been a bully or lived a life where I abuse my power on the weak. Grade A narcissism. No matter what you heard, it's cap. What are you, 21, using cap? I'm glad I'm not one of those individuals that my family has to hold their head down when my name is mentioned. Sir, everybody is ducking. Nobody has came and was like, yeah, Jay Prince, go. Tell his ass. Get him. So excuse me while I deal with clowns, because ain't nobody gonna tell them the truth like I give it to them. And then he made a whole video, like with captions. Like he wanted this on TikTok. The man laid in his bed on black sheets because he didn't want the black dye to show on white sheets or colorful sheets, okay? To make a voice recording, record the voice recording, edit the voice recording, and put it out so that who can hear? Feds, I'm scared. I ain't got to say no more. Now I got to go. Now, really, real quick before I go. All right. Did we get the video out on the other site? Is it streaming over there? Don't worry about it. Okay, listen. All right. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this part of our show, okay? Now we're about to head to TashaKLive.com for the second part of our show, okay? Raw and Uncensored. We're going to talk about them giving woman beaters, global awards and things like that, okay? But Chris Brown still ain't allowed to show up. They pick and choose. Like I said, they pick and choose. Also, we're going to be talking about this Aaliyah and R. Kelly daughter situation, okay? I got a lot to say on that. Who else are we going to be talking about? Man, it's a lot. Like I said, okay? Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, Ray J, Michael Irvin, okay? Like I said, we got a lot that we're going to be discussing, okay? This is the raw and uncensored version. Like I said, if you are not subscribed to TashaKLive.com, go to the website, subscribe there. Then you can download the app, stream to your TV or whatever, okay? There is a live chat and things like that. Also, we do, like I said, we got something we running on TashaKLive.com. I don't want to hear when the other sites say, why didn't I get it first? And so if you on TashaKLive.com, you know what I'm talking about. Don't say nothing. Okay? They'll see if they decide to come over there, all right? Thank you all so much for watching, all right? Remember, tomorrow we have Hookery Friday, okay? That show starts at 7 p.m., not 5 p.m. on YouTube or any other place, okay, that we're streaming. All right? And our second show, part of the show will air on TashaKLive.com, okay? So it's later on Fridays, okay? Earlier Monday through Thursday, later on Fridays, all right? Guys, if you want to advertise on my platform, please feel free to email ads at TashaKLive.com. That's ads at TashaKLive.com. If you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to hit us at UNWINEWITHTASHAK at gmail.com. Also, guys, if you haven't seen our new digital series, Scars, our first episode did extremely well. Thank you so much for the support and love. Sierra, the first guest who came on to share some really graphic and brutal things that happened to her that she's still struggling with, was our first guest on Scars, a digital series that just kind of give victims of anything a platform to really just kind of raise awareness, okay? And especially if they haven't gotten justice, because a lot of times it does take public justice nowadays to even get them to get private justice with the authorities, okay? And so Sierra has received so much love. Please let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it, okay? Scars, the first episode. It does premiere every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so our second episode will premiere this Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you also have a story that you want to share, that you've been scarred, and if you've been scarred, please feel free to hit us at stories at TashaKLive.com. Okay, I'm gonna start putting up little, the emails below, so whenever I say this, it shows, so you guys can write it down or freeze frame and everything like that. And thank you so much again for all the love and support. Okay, and so without further ado, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live on TashaKLive.com. If you are not subscribed, you do have to subscribe on the website. Then you can download the app and stream wherever. Okay, and I'll see you guys shortly. And with that being said, now I gotta go. Bye. See y'all tomorrow. Okay.